Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Wednesday, August 17th, 2016 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I flow with my love glow. And today we are in full moon building energy. We actually have the full moon happening early tomorrow morning. It's happening at 2:26 a.m. Pacific time. And it's also pre-eclipse. So we have the energy almost eclipsing. We're almost going to get a little shadow on the moon. There's some debate as to whether it actually will shadow the moon or not. I am not actually an astronomer, so I don't know for sure because I don't know the exact calculations. However, I do feel the energy. And this energy definitely is pre-eclipse. It's definitely preparing us for the changes that are coming. And the astro today is also preparing us for the eclipse changes that are coming come September eclipse season. So today, interestingly enough, we only have exact aspects happening in the evening as we build to this full moon. So really our essence, our energy is going into the release and creation energy that the full moon building brings. And I want to remind you that we are creationists, which means we create. So as you are releasing, as stuff is coming up within you to be let go of, this is also a time where, as you release, you are creating. So, what kind of energy are you creating in your life? What kind of vibrations? We're in Moon in Aquarius, building to full moon in Aquarius. What kind of vibrations are you putting out into the reality to bring new creations into you? It's just something to be aware of. It's not something to get frustrated about when you start thinking other things. It's just bring your awareness to that energy. We have Mercury at 22 degrees, and Mercury at 22 degrees today in Virgo is helping us with this creation energy. Mercury there in Virgo. Virgo energy brings us into reality. It brings us into our body. So this makes us pay attention to what's happening in our body and also recognizing any triggers that may be coming up within the mind-body connection. So really hold space for that. And these triggers, as they come up, are an opportunity to release. And I'm actually going to dive into the Sabian symbols before I get into the exact astro of today because I think the exact astro will help give light to the Sabian symbols. So the Sabian symbols for the full moon, which is happening, like I said, early tomorrow morning, 25 degrees, Aquarius, 25 degrees, a butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed, and then Leo, 25 degrees, where the sun is. A large camel is seen crossing a vast and forbidding desert. And it's so fascinating to me because what I'm getting from this really is kind of one of those patriarchal energetic messages. A butterfly with the right wing more perfectly formed. The right side of the body is in alignment with the masculine side. And we as humans, we as the world, have been feeding into patriarchal energy. We have been working with it for some time. We're used to it. It is more perfectly formed within our being as we have leaned on this energy. We've leaned on the masculine energy. And this is coming a time where we're right in the middle of kind of shifting the polarities, hopefully bringing it into balance. I don't think that the world should be matriarchal or patriarchal. I think a beautiful balance is what we actually need. So we're working in and through this energy. And fascinating enough, Pallas, who can represent patriarchal energy, has actually just shifted, retrograded back into Aquarius. So we've got Pallas energy, which is helping us recognize and shift this energy, going to be close to conjunction with this full moon energy. So it's time to just recognize, yes, you have leaned on this energy, but we're on this camel in the desert process, especially, I don't want to say just especially the feminine, because I see the masculine and the feminine both going through this, but really finding how the feminine energy comes in and works in this energy. So I believe that part of what we're going to be releasing in this energy is that belief and that, what is the right word? I can't get it, but how we've been leaning on the masculine, we've been leaning on the right side, and again, coming more into balance. And part of this balance is the balance of love. And I think one of the things, we've been taught, love, we feel it here. Sometimes love, we feel it here in our solar plexus. And this energy is like, love, we feel it all over because it is what we are. And I think that's part of the feminine understanding, the chaos of love, the whole-bodiedness of love. And today, speaking of love, Venus is connecting with Pluto. Venus in Virgo, the whole body, our reality maker, our reality interceptor, connecting to Pluto, transforming the structure of things. And this is asking us to come into balance and recognize the energy of full-bodied, masculine, feminine, divine love within ourselves. So, part of our creation energy is in allowing whatever love, wherever you feel it in your body, letting it spread from that place throughout you, through all the way down into your feet, to the tips of your fingers, to the top of your head, even into your mind. Sometimes that's where love exists for us, even is like in our minds. Letting it expand and move through in order to create and release in this energy, because love can help us release, because love makes us realize everything's okay, and love helps us create because it fills us up with the joyful vibrations of the universe, because that's what the universe is, in my opinion. The moon also connecting to Uranus, 24 degrees before it moves into that full moon energy. We have this opportunity for innovation. This is really late in the evening. It's like 11:50 p.m. Pacific time, so it barely happens today. But that connection between the moon, which is stimulating our release, which is stimulating our liberation, and Uranus, which is retrograde in Aries, helping us remember who we are. Things are going to be coming in. You have to let yourself be open. That's why, flowing with this energy, letting what needs to go, so that the creation energy can come in, the innovation energy can come in, so that we can liberate ourselves. That's going to be really powerful for you today. So that's what's happening as we build into the full moon, which, like I said, is happening earlier tomorrow. I also had somebody ask if I could talk about showing up, and I think this is a great time to talk about it because we have to show up for ourselves in the full moon. So I've been talking about how I've been showing up for myself, and I will just talk about my personal process in this just a little bit. To show up, to me, means to fulfill yourself, fulfill your life, fulfill your love. Listen to your needs. What are your needs? So for me, showing up for me has been about allowing myself to process physically what's been going on emotionally, mentally, what's been coming up to be released. Because virtual reality machine, our human body, even though we can mentally process something, emotionally process something, we may cry, we may talk about it, there is a physical component. And I know this from doing years of body work. The physical energy needs to be released from our body. So for me, showing up has been about dancing and doing yoga and getting outside and walking on the beach, releasing the energy through a physical process. That's been my personal journey of showing up. Showing up for me is about letting myself dance. It's about letting myself paint. It's embodying who I am, listening to my needs, not letting outside influence tell me who I am, what I should be doing, but rather showing up for myself without judgment and allowing myself to be in that process. Showing up for yourself also can be about eating healthy foods that resonate with your body. It can be about getting sleep when you need the sleep. It can be about taking a mental health day from work. But it's really showing up for yourself is about being fully present with yourself and your personal needs, and not questioning, well, why do you need this, or shaming yourself for needing it, but rather being like, I understand this is a need. I may not understand why this is a need, but I understand it, and I'm going to do my best to fulfill it. And when you do that, that's beautiful, and it takes you further on your path. So that being said, the cards that I have, we are creating new vision. We are creating, and we're creating through the power of love. We're getting out of just the mental energy, the Aquarius energy, all the Virgo energy, Mercury preparing to go retrograde, Uranus retrograde. There's definitely a lot of mind energy. But part of holding this new vision is allowing the energy of love to infiltrate our body. We're allowing ourselves to not lean so heavily on the knowledge, on the wisdom that can be the masculine energy, and instead letting intuition and love come through. And the universe is saying, you're ready for this. You're ready to let all these parts come into you. final card is intensity. This is a beautiful card though. Even though we are heading into the fire like an arrow, this is perfect. This is where we want to be. This is creation energy. So allow yourself to feel the intensity. You don't have to run from the intensity. It is an intense process. It is a camel crossing the desert. And from the animals, I got orangutan. Creation. Fulfillment is found in the process, not the outcome. The process. The intensity of the process, the becoming, the ripening. We're all in that process right now in this pre-eclipse energy. And part of this process, the most important part in this process, is to hold the space of love. And love, the seahorse card says, love is the result, answer, and sign of everything else we experience. So that's it for today. But if you are feeling this pre-eclipse and you want to get into your eclipse energy, now's a great time to book a reading. I'm doing 20 minutes for $25. You can find that on the Gaia Blooming website, GaiaBlooming.com. And I will see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.